We gotta hurry up. We gotta get this shot because we don't have much time left. We're gonna get after this. Woo, woo, woo. On our trip to Boston, we had to have one day that was a really big day. So we started off in Charlottesville, then off to DC, and then off to Philly where we ran the Rocky Steps. Finally, ended the day in Times Square. 350 miles, 10 plus hours of driving. Truly the big day. Thomas, do you know who Thomas Jefferson is? He was our third president.
Wait, what?
Thomas Jefferson also is from Charlottesville. You know, World Ball, which is what we're gonna call World Baseball League baseball, is it's gonna be a little bit different. Only 1 run per inning. So like if Russell's team scores 3 runs and your team scores 1 run, he only gets 1 run for that inning. It prevents blowouts and then also creates walk-off inning. The inning can end faster than if you have to get all 3 outs. The other big change, which is really cool, is that while one team is warming up on the field for defense, the other team will come out and do a 60 to 90 second performance like America's Got Talent. And it's scored. Whichever team wins that gets a point for that. And so there are 2 possible points every inning, 1 for entertainment, 1 for baseball.
And that's perfect. It makes so many more people engage with it.
Exactly.
Right?
It's like, oh, well, I'm not a baseball person. It's like, well, do you like music? Or
do you enjoy fun?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. The campus, like the business school campus, looks a lot like the rest of UVA, but it's completely kind of its own world. When I got to Darden, I didn't realize like we were immediately going to start recruiting for jobs. So it's a 2-year program. So I thought like, oh, I got 2 years to figure out what I'm gonna do for my job. But literally like the week you show up on campus, it's like you start meeting with companies to figure out where you wanna work. Every morning they will do, they do first coffee. It's just like a really nice place for everybody to gather after their first class. The coffee is free and it's sponsored by a different company pretty much every day, which is cool. Actually, we should do a World Baseball League first coffee. That'd be fun.
You know, I'm a huge baseball fan.
Well, I know now. I was actually telling these guys, we were walking around Samford University where I went undergrad, and I was telling them about stakeholder theory and how that's like impacted my entire career since I left Darden. Thinking about how everything that you do impacts everything around you. And that's like kind of the ethos of the World Baseball League is like, how can we positively impact communities through baseball and bring communities back together through baseball?
You know, I remember growing up in the South in Georgia. Usually on Saturday night, the African American community had a baseball team.
Yeah.
And we had a baseball team. But the kids that had played in high school and stuff. And we played it. Yeah. But we sort of knew each other and played. And there are moments of tension as there are in any baseball game. Yeah. But it was very cool. Yeah. I don't think I appreciated that until I moved away. You know, we were just sort of in it. It's kind of
right. It's like just what you do. Yeah.
It was part of the community.
I love it. I love it. I love being here. Perfect weather, fall weather. Wow. What an amazing time. When you're a catcher in baseball, you spend a lot of time in a bullpen. And we're in Arlington. We're about to come over the Francis Scott Key Bridge right into DC. Oh, I take that back. It's the Memorial Bridge, not the Key Bridge. I wish I had put on an Apple Watch so I could see collectively like how many miles I've actually run, because I think right now I'm at like less than a quarter of a mile.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna like it may end up being like a whole 5K by the end of it, but it ain't much. So they stopped where the stones changed colors, and so they were like getting the stones out of a different quarry before the Civil War and then after the Civil War, so that's why it's 2 different colors. But when I used to take people on tours here, I always tell them it was from the Great Washington Flood of 1878, and people are like, wow, how did it get that high? And I'm like, I don't know, big storm. So when I worked at the Treasury, this is where I would drive my car in, and then I would park around there. This is the Treasury Department, started by Alexander Hamilton. They were bringing all of the CEOs from all the big banks in, because Hank was meeting with them to basically get them to take the money that had been passed through TARP. Normally, anybody that was like that high profile would come up. There's a road in between the White House and the Treasury Department called East Executive Avenue, and normally they come up there, but because the Secret Service was understaffed, they said they all have to drop them right here. I was the person that would go and get them out of their car and walked them there, and there were like 50 or 80 like news cameras and photographers sitting out here. So I was like on CNN and on, you know, Fox News and MSNBC and every news channel walking these CEOs in. It was a pretty like amazing day for me, even though it was like very intense. The sheet that they signed said like, Wells Fargo will take $20 billion from the Treasury Department, and then like the CEO would sign it. But it was like fill in the blank, almost like a Mad Libs of a $20 billion contract with the government between the banks. We're gonna get this shot because we don't have much time left. We got barely any sunlight over here, but the steps are faced this way. We're gonna get after this. I used to be a 5th grade history teacher. I think studying the things that our ancestors and those that went before us did, it helps us become better people and a better society. If people learn one thing from what we're trying to do with the World Baseball League and what we're trying to do for Lucas, honestly, you actually have the power to make your dreams come true. I love this place. This is incredible. This is the first World Baseball League food review, and this is a big deal. I've loved Philly cheesesteaks my entire life. Man, this thing is messy.
It is so
That
messy.
is my first reaction to this is insanely messy.
Man.
This is good. Yeah, let's give a rating. 9-point scale. So we got 9 possible. I'll hold them up. And Randy is a 4. Oh, Randy's a 4.
I have a tough time with messy food.
Okay.
It bothers me.
I'm a 7. I'm a 7 on Jim's. I think it's a strong cheesesteak. I like the meat to be a little less chopped. All right, James, give yours.
I give it a 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
A 3? Well, if you add your 2 together, it equals mine. So we all gave it a 7. Man, these
like-
are harsh food critics.
So just like
here.
yourself, I'm a very, I love cheesesteaks.
You love cheesesteaks.
I've grown up loving cheesesteaks.
Uh-huh.
But to me, the meat was a little too dry.
Okay. We made it to New York. Oh, look where we came out at. The Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. It's my restaurant. I'm so happy I get to go in my store. Thank you so much. This is amazing. I just want to show everybody all of the merch in here. We got a lot of shirts with all the sayings on them. Cooking utensils. We need this in the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. And your name is?
Barbara.
Barbara! This is my real hair.
I love it.
Thank you. I remember sitting here telling that long story. Then somebody turned it into a movie. That's amazing. Thank you so much again. I just bought some flowers. You never know who you're gonna need to give flowers to in Times Square, that's for sure. New York, New York. Hey, ladies, I got you some flowers. No, come get them. Come get them. No? Too bad. Can't get anybody to take the flowers. They think it's a scam. Well, that was great. Here, I got you these. I got you those. This morning, we woke up and we went to the University of Virginia where Thomas Jefferson founded the university. And right now we're standing in New York City before midnight, and I just gave this man flowers after he drove us around Times Square. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
We did it. We made it to all 4 cities in one day. Got some amazing shots for the World Baseball League and for Lucas. Did some super fun stuff. Ate some great food. It wasn't just a big day. It was a great day.